It was another sunny day in the train yard. Georgia, Jebediah, Pete and Farnsworth were waiting for Tarver to give them their orders. But he seemed to be looking about the yard. Tillie wandered off again with the diner chain, Farnsworth. What's the story on the action? He asked. I remember she was getting new spark plugs for me as I wasn't well, said Farnsworth. I had to pull him out instead of her, said Georgia. She could have got to Arizona by now, said Pete. All of you are queuing there to get new lines for the tracks, sir. So you might find her, said Tarver. That is all. So they all went to Arizona. Tillie was indeed in the same next station to find the second factory that did spark plugs. I'll leave a note on the train with them. Then I'll visit a zoo. It'll be a quiet place to go to, she chuffed. Chip told me he was there spotting a panda. China's black and white bear. All of a sudden, she looked up to see the other entrance coming to where she was leaving. Quickly, she went into the second factory, collected the spark plugs, put them with the newt on the train, and steamed to get a drink. I see. She's left a note with the spark plugs, exclaimed Farnsworth. He picked it up to read it. Gone to the zoo. None of us knew the way to it. We got the lines to take back, said Jebediah. We've had enough of the bumps hurting us. In thinking of doing the work, getting the yard better, Tillie, they didn't see, took her root track of the lines and run back to the yard to put them in. Farnsworth went back to taking his diner train, while the rest took their trucks. Tillie arrived too first, starting on the inner sidings, not to let Tarver question her. You've been missing for the morning, Tillie. Just before I told you what the day's work is, said Tarver. Chip told me from your clipboard you caught me replacing the lines in the inner sidings, said Tillie. Except he didn't tell me where to put them. In those other trucks, Pete was to take them to a recycling center, Tarver explained. Louis Tillie rushed, nearly putting the oot lines in the wrong place. Once the round house was finished, Tillie then left another note before leaving to find the zoo. Tarver saw this. It wasn't as if she didn't have anywhere else to go. Oh no. Apart from wanting to pull a chain, she wanted as Tillie gave him the loot. He knew she wasn't joking. He read it while she steamed away, heading to a back line behind the round house. The others came back. Tara, did Tillie come here? Asked Georgia. Yes, she did. She was heading to a zoo after putting in new lines in your inner sidings, said Tara. That girl is willing, said Jebediah. At least the odds for us to put in other new tracks. I was heading there too, with two people, said Farnsworth, who just came back with his diner chain. Perhaps I could see what she's wanting to do there. Annie too started taking the back line. Tillie was arriving in the wood, past the station, not stopping by the platform, chuffing to the entrance. When she arrived there, a zookeeper walked up. Morning, Tillie. You seem to be wanting to see our new animals arrive from China, she said. I've just put them in their space. That's the panda I wanted to see, ma'am. May I see them? Asked Tillie. Sure thing. The line's for you to look at them. Sure enough, she found the panda. It was the first animal she had ever seen in years. The panda looked up at Tillie, then started behaving odd. It sniffed at her wheels, trying to find a scent. Then, in her cab, Chip had put fresh bamboo sticks on the footplate, which in turn was eaten from the panda. That tickles, exclaimed Tillie. It dragged the bamboo out of a cab. Another was a baby that also grabbed it. All this time, Farnsworth, when he arrived with his train, had seen her visit, finding it rather silly. He was glad to stay clean, but he didn't want animals in his cab. Chip had seen the whole thing too. I'm glad the bamboo got you reminded, Tillie. No blue engine like you has visited the zoo, said he. With all the play from the little panda, after it ate his share, his fur got stuck on my boiler. It's an animal's life, remarked Tillie. What on earth were you doing, making your clean day and ending it with a small panda playing on you? He asked. Oh, hello, Farnsworth. You caught me visiting the zoo animals, explained Tillie, thinking he would tell anyone at the train yard her day wasn't a clean one. I was to wash myself. Pete's enough to make dirty smoke. I should thank you for getting my spark plugs. No the hole was thought of, said Farnsworth. Tillie was glad he wasn't to tell anyone to tease her. She knew that Diesel had a heart not too bad. She had a bath before we left the zoo, with the sun cooling down.